Hello, welcome to another edition of the Willy Bragg Show. I just made a video on this subject, and I was compelled to take it down and start over again. And I will tell you why. I usually review my work, and I noticed I said something in there that could get me in trouble with YouTube, and you have to be careful what you say these days, and it's unfortunate. I don't think it's anything that's terrible, but YouTube would interpret it as, spreading misinformation or conspiracy theories when it isn't, or they'll misconstrue these words. So I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to go through that again. So I took down the video, and I had to go. I'm going to go with the same commentary, but I'm going to rephrase what I'm saying so it will be understood that I'm not spreading misinformation. Because when you talk about COVID, or you talk about elections, or you talk about stuff like that, all of a sudden it's a no-go zone, and there is a de facto ministry of truth. And you're not forbidden. You're forbidden for speaking your mind on something, and they don't give a damn about your nuance. And even if you don't, even if you take a view that goes against the right-wing mindset that I don't agree with, and they interpret it that way with your words, they'll go and take you down. So this is why I say fuck censorship. This is one of the reasons why I say fuck censorship all day long. So anyway, Julian Assange went there Saturday to the rally, hands off Assange, and by coincidence, just found out that he got COVID. So I'm going to play the video, and then I will comment afterwards really quick. So give me a moment here, and I will explain momentarily. But as I said, he got COVID, and so which is unfortunate. So let me go ahead and do this. And let me do this. And let me do this. Here we go.
Hearings in the US extradition case against WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange will not go ahead next month as scheduled. A British judge ruled on Monday that there should be a delay because of the lockdown which prevents lawyers from attending court. 48-year-old Assange is being held at London's Belmarsh prison, where he's fighting a request by the United States to send him to stand trial on accusations that he conspired to hack government computers and espionage. Assange was dragged off from the Ecuador embassy in London last year after a 7-year standoff. He says he could spend decades in prison if convicted, calling the case against him political and a threat to free speech. The US says he put the lives of informants in danger by publishing secrets. Britain's restrictions to curb the spread of coronavirus have made it difficult to hold normal court proceedings. The judge said the case could not be argued properly as long as lawyers weren't able to appear in person. A new date for the case will be fixed next month.
Okay, well, as you can tell, he's got COVID. And the only thing I can say about that, to put everything what I said earlier, I just, I find it curious, and that's how I'm going to phrase that. I find the whole thing curious and convenient, I guess you could say. And I think that if the worst happens to Julian Assange, I think that the U.S. will certainly look at it in a positive light, because it is an embarrassment to the U.S. what he's done, as far as exposing the truth. I think truth that we all knew about the U.S. All along. If you are reasonably informed, these truths about the United States. So, I mean, it's just the fact that he's got COVID. His trial to be delayed, and who's not to say that would he ever actually be transferred to the United States. And so you and here with our American politicians, I mean, they're pretty much the mainstream politicians, for different reasons, some the same reasons, view him as a big threat. Hillary Clinton has her reasons for despising him, because she blames everybody but herself. She blames Vladimir Putin. She blames Bernie Bros. She blames Tulsi Gabbard, Jill Stein. She blames Julian Assange for her not becoming president. And she's just a sorry individual, and so when I hear people like Bosch say, well, all these people on the left who are crusading for Julian Assange obviously have a hate boner for Hillary Clinton. Well, yeah, it has nothing to do with having a hate boner for Hillary Clinton. I already have despised Hillary Clinton separate from Julian Assange. But as far as that's concerned, having that said, we're talking about a woman that wants to go and drone strike him. She inquired about that. That actually helped bring back slavery in Libya. So so anyway, so there's that. And then you got Donald Trump, who basically had an opportunity to pardon Assange, and I do think that he was sympathetic to the idea of pardoning Assange, but he got cut by Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham and people like Marco Rubio. And here's the thing: if Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham, and Mitch McConnell are for this position, it's all the more reason to take an opposite position. So the fact that Trump basically just wussed his way before the will of McConnell, Graham, and Rubio tells me a lot about Donald Trump, that he's not different from the, he's not edgy, he's not different. He governed like Bush and Cheney with just mean tweets. The mean tweets made him hilarious, but policy-wise, he sucked. He sucked just as much as Bush and Cheney did. Sucked just as much as Obama. Sucked just as much as Brandon right now. So that's basically what's going on there. So I do hope that Julian Assange gets well. But, as I said, Belmarsh Prison is pretty much the Guantanamo Bay of Great Britain. It's to Great Britain what Guantanamo Bay would be to the United States. So who's to say what his fate's going to be? Let's hope for the best for Julian Assange. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. And as I said, I'm sorry I had to do this video over again, but I needed to. I don't want to have my video taken down. I don't want to be suspended for 2 weeks because I was told I was warned that if I get taken down for misinformation, that I would have a 2-week suspension, and I don't want that. So anyhow. If you like what you heard, please press like and comment. And comment any way you disagree with what I have to say. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we are, in fact, the muckrakers of our time. We don't have enough muckrakers, and we need more muckrakers. Also, feel free to subscribe to this channel here on YouTube, Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I'm almost all the time on Twitter. And let me conclude by saying to you all, always support independent media. Always reject corporate media because they have absolutely nothing at all to offer. I will conclude now. This time, this video will stay up as far as I'm concerned, unless YouTube wants to take it. I'll conclude by saying to you all, music. So let me say it, music.